Hey, friends, welcome to After 12. We're so happy that you've taken the time to be with us today. We have an amazing topic. Shall I say it's going to be funny? It's going to be interesting. Um, I'm going to take it over. Well, before I start, hey, my name's Simone. To my left is
Lisette.
and to my right,
Kenisha.
and we have some special guests today. Um, to my far left, welcome back, sir. It's
Andrew.
Mr. Andrew. We're gonna go with that. And to my far right is one of our good friends as well. It's
Natoya.
okay, awesome.
Welcome,
Listen, we have a random topic today.
Yes.
Okay. I have no words, so I'm just gonna take it over. I'm just gonna send it over to Lisette. She's gonna start it off.
Right.
And we go from there.
So, in everyday life, we have people that think the world is black and white, right or wrong, which is, true in some sense. But there are some gray areas or some things that we believe that is true to ourselves. And today we want to discuss unpopular opinions. Okay? So I know there's always a lot of unpopular things that people may say that you might not agree with, or somebody may not agree, may agree with, and stuff like that. So I'll start off with the first one.
Yes, I can't wait.
I did
to
write
hear
down a few of
this.
them.
Okay.
This one is very near and dear to my heart. Okay, I'll start with this. Disposable cutlery and cups are made to be disposed of. Throw them away.
Oh,
Do
my
not wash them.
Oh my lord.
Okay?
Who washes disposable cups? This is what I want to know. Talk to me, friends. What's
Many.
up?
I find that a lot of Caribbean people do this. I don't know about any other race, but from my perspective, a lot of Caribbean people do this.
Oh, I was about to say because I don't think there's anybody on this panel
Uh-huh.
who is gonna try and tell me
Right.
that a plastic spoon or fork hasn't been washed in your household.
That's true. I'm not gonna
Yes,
lie.
it has.
I'm not even.
Not-
I'm
well,
not
in
even
my
gonna lie.
house, now we do not. When it's called disposable, we throw it out,
Okay.
throw it in the garbage.
Well,
okay?
listen. I have to say that having if you're looking through, looking for a disposable fork or knife, I have to say it comes in handy when you open the drawer and there you see it there. To take it
Yeah.
up and bring it to you to bring it with you to work or whatever.
No, I use
think
proper
that's very
proper
handy.
cutlery though.
Throw it out after.
Well-
and why is it still there in the first place?
Yeah.
Misha,
Why is it still there?
It's called saving the planet.
that's what I'm saying. I was just about to say that. Thank you.
We're saving
thank
the
you.
planet,
But
man.
see, at work, I
No.
don't take plastics. I take my actual metal fork to work, and when
Me
I bring it
too.
back home and wash it.
And that's too much
All
work.
right.
It's too much
Thank
work.
you, Lisette.
I mean,
You
I
know-
do take my metal fork to work as well, but sometimes, you need a little plastic fork, especially now they're giving us bamboo. Like,
I know,
give
lad,
bamboo.
it splinters
That's
out of your
more
tongue every week.
environmentally
friendly.
I need a little plastic fork, okay?
I
Bamboo
know.
is
I'm
more
guilty
environmentally
of sometimes washing the plastic fork because they do come in handy. And when you have all men in your house that tends to lose
Yeah.
the good cutlery,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you need some plastic
So
forks.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Is this truly a West Indian thing? Like
Absolutely.
for real?
Absolutely.
100%.
So in Jamaica and like in the West Indies, like for Jamaica, because you're from Jamaica, were you guys doing that in Jamaica, or is that you guys were just using regular cutlery?
We never really used plastic forks unless you went to like a wedding or something, picnic.
A
But
wedding?
yeah,
Really?
some people. Yeah, some weddings,
okay.
little backyard get
Yeah,
together.
right, right,
You have
right,
your
right.
little plastic fork,
That's
but
true.
it's regular forks
Okay.
in Jamaica. But
Okay.
in my Caribbean household, from my mama coming up, we wash plastic forks.
Yes, I tell my
I
mother
know.
all the
Listen,
time.
I think so because you're mentioning Jamaica, and we gotta just widen this range.
Right, that's I'm just saying Jamaica because she's from Jamaica, but like I know it's
No,
a
I
West
get you.
Indian thing.
I,
Yeah.
I know where you're getting at. Listen, it's a part of black culture. It is because a plastic fork is still a fork, and therefore its value is the same
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
it's still a
Yeah.
fork.
Yeah.
You know what I
Let
mean?
me
Yeah.
give you a joke.
And it's
Let me,
not
I'll
cheap.
give
It's
give
no,
you
not.
no.
It's not.
I'll give you a joke. I seen somebody in. I was in Jamaica,
Oh my goodness.
and somebody took a piece of the the styrofoam plate cut it and use that as the fork. Or
Yeah.
the
Okay, yeah.
I
You're being
was
resourceful.
rolling.
So what?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Whatever
fine.
works,
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
So let me say, let me
so
say
funny.
this. Let me say this because I think I don't know. I find myself having a little bit of that nature in me,
Mm-hmm.
and what that transcends to is it's not always the actual fork for me.
Right.
I find myself saving like random things.
Like what?
So
Wow. Okay.
I just like okay. For instance, I was at work the other day and I had unboxed something
Mhm.
and I used its contents, whatever. But I'm looking at the box. I'm like, well, I don't gotta throw this away. And then
Yeah.
that's one. That's what I'm thinking on on this shoulder. The other side is saying, dude, you
Yeah.
have no
Yeah.
use for this thing. Get rid
No,
of
I
this.
hear that. I
But
hear
it's a
that.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can always use. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm alone.
but what
I'm
are we-
alone on this. I'm alone on this.
No, you're not.
No,
No,
you're
you're
not.
not.
I see what you're
You
saying.
don't want-
Certain
No, no,
things
no.
you
No,
you
I've done
recycle.
that.
I'm just saying.
I've done
I
that.
and
mean,
you
know
use,
what?
as they say, but like, are
Yeah.
you? Will you wash a plastic fork or stuff?
listen, I agree. I agree with what you're. I'm coming to you, Latoya.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying about
Okay.
like it's disposable for a reason. It is
Yeah.
disposable, but it's just like you're looking at the fork and you're like, bro, you could use that another
Dude,
time.
especially if it's like one of those good plastic
Yeah,
forks.
like
you
there's
know
the
what I'm
good,
saying?
like there's the
The
good.
dicky
Like,
ones,
there's the
right?
good
There's the
forks,
good
and then there's like the
disposable fork.
flimsy little
Yeah,
fork. You know
like
what
that
I'm saying?
can
Yes.
even
And that
mash
can't
one
do
little
nothing,
something.
bro.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
then when you find a nice look, good fork, bro, you want to reuse it. I get it.
Latoya,
I
were you
get
saying
it.
something
Just
to me
use the
about?
silver
With the
fork.
box
my-
situation, like
Yeah.
when you have children, they come
Yeah.
home. Oh, I
Yeah.
need a box for a project.
Yeah.
Those
True.
boxes
Yeah,
come
yeah,
in
yeah,
very
They
yeah.
have to go
handy.
buy a
Right.
box.
So I
of
used to
fruits.
hang on to
Yeah.
those boxes
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
man.
Okay,
Yeah.
but children aside, let's be clear. Is this a mentality we're getting from our Caribbean parents?
I
or
think
is
so.
that
I think so.
I think
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
I think I find myself again just keeping things or like once upon a time I would have tossed that, but
yeah.
you
Mhm.
always look at something and it's either in the case of the plastic cutlery or the disposable
Mhm.
stuff, wash them, or sometimes it's not even using them again, it's repurposing them.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
right.
You know what I mean?
Repurposing
Like maybe I
man.
can make something out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're
Inflation,
saving it for rainy day.
inflation
Yeah.
is
Right.
inflation.
Yeah.
Well, that's
yeah.
my unpopular
No, I'm
opinion.
Yeah.
Does anybody else here have any
Come on, listen,
unpopular opinions?
listen, let's be clear, okay? You've washed one or two forks in your time.
Because my mother
okay?
told me to do it. That's
Okay.
why.
And
It's not my choice.
ma'am.
Because if it's up to me,
tell
I
the
fling
truth.
that in the
And
garbage.
shame the devil.
Listen, can I say this? I'm gonna
Yes.
say this and I'm done.
Mhm.
So I've upgraded.
Yeah.
This is the truth. This is actually the truth.
Okay.
So at where I work now,
Mhm.
I don't like bringing the utensil from home, having to bring it back, wash it. That's too much hassle.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I do appreciate disposable cutlery,
Mhm.
etc. What I do now is I do buy the wooden
Oh,
utensils.
There we go.
Yeah. You're very,
Okay, and what
very
this
cautious
does,
about the earth.
Right? Because this is 100% compostable.
yes.
okay.
Right.
Um, so we're out here trying to be a steward for Christ.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. That's very true. It brings us back to
So I don't
for
use the
sure.
plastic. So I can't. I satisfy me and I satisfy you in that. So
Right.
I use them, but I toss them
Mhm.
because when you use the wooden ones, yeah, that's
You have to.
that's
That's a one-time
actually
use.
That's a
yeah,
one-time
that's
use.
definitely
You
a
can't
one-time
wash
use.
that.
No.
For
So,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
I'm making
No.
us both happy out here.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Can I just can I stay on the disposable forks for a minute?
Mhm.
These wooden stuff, bro, guys. What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of
Yeah,
it.
a lot of people are not, for
Um,
sure.
I miss plastic forks. I have to say, I miss it, and I miss the days when I could just wash the little fork and put it back in the drawer. But we can't do that no more.
No.
Do you guys have?
I mean, when I'm using those
What do you-
things, I'm always worried I'm gonna get a little
A splinter
splinter
or
and all
something like
that.
that.
Yeah,
The food just doesn't.
Yeah,
taste the
it's
same
true.
without-
It's
Yeah,
true.
it has a little
No.
taste to it.
Y'all are
I always find-
overthinking the bamboo utensil.
Listen.
Right? Right?
It's really not that deep.
Oh no, it's deep. It's deep, especially if we don't want to get cut. No, for real. Like I'm finding myself very careful when I'm eating
Mhm.
certain foods with that, especially even the spoons. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. But hey, I mean, this is what we have to do. It's like you said. I think Kanisha and Lisette had said, yeah, let's just bring the real forks. But
I
this-
have
you know,
to.
we're just gonna have to do some work. We're just gonna have to.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to wash that after. That's it. All right.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. This is another one that I've heard from others, and I believe to be my opinion as well. I know people are going to be mad when they hear this
Here we
one.
go.
Just because you know someone's parents, and no, let's put this disclaimer out. I'm not getting married, so relax. So just because you know someone's parents, it doesn't mean you're invited to the wedding.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
Yes, because
Yeah.
there's some people out there that just because I know that your parents from
Yeah.
Wapikil
Yeah, man.
Philip,
But
and
you know me.
you don't know me, you don't know my relationship with
how
the
you mean,
person.
how many you don't know me? I knew you since you were this.
Yeah, but did you see me with that person?
It doesn't matter. They're obligated to come. That's what they're saying. They're obligated to
Yeah,
come
but
to the wedding.
You don't know me, so why are you coming? You don't know the
No, man, they
the whole
want-
point of you coming
they
to the
want
wedding
cake. That's
or
what they
to
want.
yeah, and then just,
And
they
they
want
want
to fill
to-
up their belly anyway.
With the free food, yes.
They go come for Nyamins. That's it.
Got
Just come for
containers.
Nyamins. But
Oh,
you don't
man.
know. The whole point of you coming to that celebration is to celebrate with the couple, and you've seen them with that significant person, that other person, whoever
Yeah.
it may be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just you're there to celebrate with them. But if you don't even know, for example, you knew me when I was a kid, but you did not even know when I was in high school. You didn't see where at my graduations when I was growing up, and you didn't see me. I didn't get to really know. You just know me because
Yeah.
my mom brought me to church.
That's it.
Or whatever.
No. True. I mean,
You're not coming. Tana your yard.
We'll save you a piece of cake.
yo,
Sorry, that's just
I have
me.
to listen. I have to ask this question because even okay, Natoya, you're married, so you could probably relate to this. But when your parents are they first of all, were they even a part of the wedding process, like planning the wedding? And two, did you give them a little, half of your not half, but one or two people they can invite, or maybe 10 people they can invite, or did you find themselves tiptoeing into the process and saying, Natoya, sister so and so would like to come, and they're gonna bring their husband, and they're gonna bring their children, and all this? Did you feel like they were trying to take over? I'm just saying. I'm just asking, please. For
No,
the
well, my
peoples.
mom helped us plan our wedding from start to finish.
Okay.
My
Great.
dad was in the cooking part of it, so he
Okay.
took care of all the menu because
Yeah.
he was a chef, retired now. But no, they didn't force anybody on us that we had to invite because, I mean, he used his boss's kitchen to cook all the food.
Oh.
And he wanted to invite the boss, but he never brought that up
Mhm.
to us.
Okay.
Like, we suggested it. He didn't want to come. The boss, he's like, I don't know them like that, so.
Mhm.
But no, they never pushed. You have to invite this person. You have to. No, we had 75. We set a limit, 75 people, and
Nice.
that was that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Amen.
And did you have people coming up and saying, "Oh, I thought I was going to be up."
Yes, after the wedding, I did have people at church come to me and say, "Hey,
Lord.
me here, son, I get married. How come I wasn't invited?"
But yeah,
Well,
I understand why that can become a thing,
Mhm.
because I think just making it relevant. I think it's kind of part of church culture.
Yeah.
So we
yeah,
have a
that's true.
lot of church mummies, church
Yeah.
daddies, so to speak.
yeah.
A lot of people that have watched us grow up, right?
From afar.
From afar. No, absolutely, from afar.
Mhm.
So there is that interest that is there, but like as you're saying, which I can't agree more with. I think when it comes to stuff like weddings, we have this approach where it's corporate as
Yeah.
opposed to personal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they missed that.
Yeah, this is not guilty by association.
no.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me remind you. It's like some will say Lord, Lord in that day,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
These people cast out demons in his name. And yet he will say, I didn't know you.
Oh my lord.
Ah,
That
nice.
should have been.
Probably maybe it's a little harsh.
Oh no.
I-
That should have been the scripture. To
No,
say
I-
that.
I know.
No, listen, I don't mean to come off
Oh
so
my
strong.
goodness.
I think I'm just saying that even though we have, that association, We know there's a lot of people that know us. It's not personal. So sometimes we need to be able to step back and just respect that space, or just
Yeah.
allow people to do things in a environment, or create that atmosphere that's comfortable to them, right? I'm absolutely not going to sit down here and act like I've never been to weddings that it was pure association. I should not have been to that wedding.
But if
Shout out to all
if they
those.
invite you,
If I was
that's
at your
fine.
wedding and we don't know each other, I had a great time, and food is lovely.
But if they invite you, then that's on
Yeah,
them. That's
that's-
nothing to do with you.
yeah.
So.
I mean,
Well, I'm saying this because
oh boy.
parents have invited me, not the actual bride or the groom,
Oh.
right? So I'm speaking to
Oh.
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Wow.
No, but if
The wedding was good.
If the bride and groom allow that, because I know when one of my cousins got married, she said to her father, which is my dad's brother, she said, you can invite this amount of people,
Right.
and he invited the people that he wanted to, and
Yeah.
that was
Right.
fine.
Right. So there's an allotted. So she actually allotted a little bit of
Yeah.
wiggle room
Exactly,
to him, and that's
I get
okay.
it, because sometimes they
okay.
want to invite certain people.
Yeah.
So.
and is the bride and groom covering that expense, or
Yeah.
is that
Well-
an
well,
agreement between the parents to
That
be
I
like
don't
they're going
know.
to chip
I know
in?
some people. I don't know about her situation, but I know with some people, the parents would say, "Here's the money for this set of people that I'm inviting," which makes it even less. Gives you
Less stress,
Less
yeah.
stress on the
Yeah,
bride.
yeah.
Which I
That
think
makes
is very
sense.
nice.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
But on the topic of weddings, what do you think about wedding gifts, like monetary gifts?
Oh.
Yeah, I know. You're basically. I know that a lot of people say when you give your gift, you're looking at, okay, how much I want to give them a gift plus how much my plate costs. A lot of people think that way.
What
with
what
the
is
monetary
the
gift.
what's the standard, or what's the
You should be covering your food
Yes,
Yeah?
which
Yeah.
is like
should be
almost
covering your
$50 more at least.
or more. I
And
mean, inflation and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
So
Put a-
I
put
would
a little-
say like one person. For me personally, I would give $100.
Yeah, I would at
By
least
myself.
$100.
At least
At least
$100.
$100.
It
right?
could go more
Yeah.
than that,
Yeah.
but at least 100.
Yeah.
I'd say it's fair.
Okay. Cool. Instead of others that just come and be like, oh, the
Come-
food was good.
And then they'll bring
Right, and
no
then there's
no
nothing.
envelope
Yeah.
in the hand, not even a
There's
gift.
nothing.
Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh man. What a
Then
mess.
to
You know,
dry
weddings
up
are
hand.
expensive.
Yeah.
People are starting out their lives together. Their expenses that come with
Yeah.
that. Just
And
give
weddings
them
are
a
not
cent,
cheap.
man.
Yeah.
Weddings are
Not
not
cheap.
cheap.
And
So-
they don't come with the wine glasses and the crock pots,
Yeah.
Don't worry,
Back in
because
the
I'd
day
rather
stuff.
buy it myself. Because particular. Anyway,
Okay. All right. Well,
Practical or shop according to the registry.
Yes.
I mean that's self-explanatory. You'd think at least, but
Do people even have
I think
that
I
anymore,
speak for
though?
most people when I say monetary gifts preferred.
yes.
yeah. Some people put that on their
Absolutely.
invitation. Though, too. They actually put it on their invitation.
Yeah, of course.
And the little
Of course.
talisman.
It's 2024. We're intentional out here.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. Tell me what you think, right? Or what you want to know.
All right, guys. Next topic. Let's talk about. Not everything that comes to your mind needs to be said out loud.
Ooh, this is spicy. My.
Okay.
Mm, maybe I shouldn't even talk.
That's funny.
Wow.
I find that a lot of people just, especially, I would say, not outside of the church, yes, but I'm just
just already
specifically
dying.
talking about inside the church.
Yeah.
They will see something and just say, whatever first thing that comes to your mind, they just say it to you and say, "Yeah, man, it's okay," and go on with it.
Oh my goodness.
No,
it's
no,
not okay.
no.
It's not okay.
Sometimes you need to keep things internal and just reflect on it with Jesus, and then keep going.
I just wonder.
Smile and nod or something.
I just wonder what some people do. They even think about the implications or the reaction or outcome when they say something to somebody? Are they expecting the person to swallow it, or just be like, "Oh, okay," or the fact that maybe they are older than the person they're talking to? It should just be automatically accepted. I just don't understand. I'm not getting why they they think it's okay. I don't understand. I don't get it.
So understand this too. The people who are, express themselves freely,
Yeah.
so to speak,
Yeah.
also express good things sometimes.
True.
right? Fundamentally, the idea behind it is still the same. Whatever you say, you have to be intentional about it.
Yeah.
It can't be an accidental thing. In other words, sometimes we kind of hide behind, we say these things. Oh, I just like to speak my mind.
Yeah, no.
It's like, I don't know if it doesn't fall afresh, and if it's distasteful.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody cares much for you to speak your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so whether good or bad, I think it's important that people, I think, be intentional,
Mhm.
be that person who is there to build up rather than break down.
Mhm.
And I would also say, be prepared to deal with the consequences that follow.
Yeah.
That part.
Yes.
That's very
Most
true.
of the time, the people who, bah, oh, sorry, that's just how I am,
And then when somebody cuts you,
usually can't take what they dish.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's so
Mm.
true. Absolutely.
So, it's very important to be mindful
Mm-hmm.
of yourself if you claim to be one of those people. That's a very popular attitude among our culture.
Yes. Yes.
A lot of us miss the little nugget our grandparents give. If you have nothing good to say, don't
Don't
say
say
it.
it at all.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
True.
Right.
And then it's the follow up of, well, I say this because I love you and I care for you. No.
Oh, please.
Oh man.
No.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, let's talk about it, guys. Come on. We've all had those situations where
Mhm. Oh,
someone
yeah.
has come up to us and said something that has made us think twice about wanting to do something unchristian like.
Right.
Uh,
Mhm.
in those moments, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? What's happening?
First thing that comes to my mind is, what will my mother say or my parents say if I open my mouth? Because if I open my mouth, because everybody thinks, says I'm very nice and chill, but
But you are
when
very
you-
nice.
But the thing is that though, when I see injustice happening
Mhm.
or somebody saying something that is so far left, that is so crazy to me, that it's just like, what? Like, why would you even think that way?
Mm,
Why do you think that's okay for you to say that to somebody?
mm,
Then that's when I will open my mouth
gotcha.
and will say something nicely to you.
I haven't seen that yet. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to witness it.
I've
When
had it happen
Lisette
to
does
me.
that, does
Oh.
that? I don't know. No, I've never witnessed that before. I would love to
No,
see it.
no.
I don't know. Anyway,
It's happened a
Well,
couple of times here.
I mean,
but
it's
okay.
it's abstract though. Like
Yeah.
so she's talking about a whole thought process. Something's going on in her head, right?
Yeah.
We can't know. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
smiling while that's
She's
going in my
smiling
mind.
while all that's going on, right?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I try and I try and understand people as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I realize I can be programmed to the negative. So
Mhm.
you say something wrong, it's just like, okay, you're just leave, man.
Yeah.
Right? But it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I try and understand, okay, well why do they feel it's necessary to say that? You know what I mean? I try and understand people because more times than none, sometimes people are crying for help themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
that's
think
true.
as Christians, I think sometimes we have to lend ourselves that way, to be intuitive and sensitive to that, because people express themselves in all manner of ridiculous ways,
Yeah.
and we have to try and be Christ-like.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, there are days when we slip up. There are days when what we're addressing right now is us.
Yeah.
And then we need somebody to not lash out on us.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
You know what I
Because
mean?
I'm not to
Fair.
say that I've never said something that's in my head out loud. That's happened a couple of times, but I try to be mindful of it and think, okay, no, I shouldn't say that. Let me just leave it alone.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I've had a few things said to me in church and out of church, but for me, I was asked the Lord to bridle my tongue because Toya has a little saucy tongue. So
Yeah.
I asked the Lord to bridle my tongue
Yeah.
so that I don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
But usually they see my reaction on my face.
Right.
'Cause oftentimes I'm being told, fix your face because it shows what I really want to say to you
Oh,
boy. Right.
after your comment.
Tell me about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Kanisha?
It's a smile and nod and walk away.
Oh, okay.
Just to ensure that no additional words are said that
Amen.
cannot be taken back. So
Amen.
Amen.
we just smile and nod.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, and we politely walk away in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Yeah. I think I share that sentiment too, especially if it's very like, dude, what? Okay, no, we're good. Thank you. Um, next topic. Okay, you don't need to be married to be happy,
Or be with somebody to be happy.
or you don't need to be with somebody
Yeah.
to be happy, or happiness comes from marriage only. Like, what is this?
No.
What are
that's
what
not
are we
true.
talking about here?
There's a lot of people I see that are unhappy in their marriage.
Yeah,
or I
Mm.
didn't even know they were married to a person.
Mm.
And I come to find out they're married to a person in church. I said, wow,
The
I
thing
had
is,
no idea.
what a lot of people fail to understand, another person, you can't depend on another person to make you happy.
No.
You have to make yourself happy. So if
Yeah.
you're expecting that you're going to be married, and if you're not married, you can't be happy, then take several seats. You do not need to be married.
Exactly.
Because
If you
I'm
rely on
sorry,
one person to do that for you.
I'm married. I'm happily married. I love my husband, but I enjoy my me time. I enjoy my aloneness.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the single ladies out there that are loving being single, and the single men. There's nothing wrong with being single. You can be totally happy and be single.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
What about, so let me say this. What about the idea, because I think it kind of goes hand in hand. Everybody kind of adopts a mentality that you've lost out. You've lost something from life if you are not married with children.
That's the pressure they
if
put
you
on
have
you.
not.
Because, not to cut you, when I left Andrews and I came back home, the first thing is people would shake my hand and look at my hand to see if there's a rock on
Oh
it.
my lord.
And say, oh, you're not engaged yet? Or you don't have no man yet?
Yeah.
Where the man? Say, I just finished school. What?
Yeah.
If that's what you think, oh, that's just the next step,
Yeah.
then no, you don't know me at all.
Also,
Yeah.
please be advised, I went to school to get an education.
That part, because it was very expensive. I went to Andrews, so it's very expensive. Okay.
You know,
Went to school to get an education.
my thing is, I feel, and I think it's one of the things that I love, but I dislike about church
Mm-hmm.
is everybody actively, at least when you're younger, everybody actively is, trying to push you
Mm-hmm.
in the right direction.
Yeah.
Everyone's interested. You're like, yes, I have a whole, a back full of people,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize you start to interpret it differently,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Your eyes are open to certain things. It's not that they don't care. It's just I find that everybody has plans for your life,
Yeah.
and sometimes they don't even have plans for themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
You bring up so the topic about you have to be married to be happy. I always look at it. I try and look at things from the opposite end to balance it out, or to see, just for that mirror effect, to see if it makes sense. There's a lot of people I know in the church who are married and they are
Miserable.
Very miserable.
they're not
Mm.
happy,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know. It's not a one size fits all type thing.
No. no.
So I think we need to kind of tread softly, because people want different things for their lives. And let me not be naive to the fact people want to love and to be loved, and I think God put that in our hearts.
Absolutely.
But I think that there are different ways to live out that purpose, and that marriage is not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is a
100%.
beautiful thing.
I'll say it's an.
Yes.
I'll even go.
It's a
It's an
beautiful
ideal.
thing, and I want it
Absolutely.
for my friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I say enjoy your singleness. Like,
Yeah.
if you're single and searching, enjoy your singleness.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you commit to somebody, it's you and that person for
Yeah.
the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy your singleness as
Yeah.
much as possible. And don't be pressured into getting married because people think that's the norm and you need that. You don't need to be
Mhm.
married to be happy. Like,
No.
some married people are very miserable. Like,
Huh.
very miserable.
A lot of the married people who are pushing people, like I said before, they're just. I don't ever find their situation that great.
But what,
I
what-
just
but what
don't,
do you-
and
Yeah.
it's so funny. Like it's
Mhm.
because
it
you
makes you wonder
you know
why
because
they're
they
pushing
Yeah.
you to do that, and they're miserable.
It's
Yeah.
almost
There's a
wanna
certain
live
level
through
of-
you.
I was just
Right,
gonna
they
say.
came back
I was
personally,
gonna
yeah.
say that. Yeah.
there's
yeah.
a certain level of daring that you have to come and impose on someone. Like, listen,
Mhm.
so when you're gonna get married, Right? And it's like,
Yeah.
There's you have to be like that. You're so audacious of you.
I know.
Okay.
You're single.
But
my
then you
gosh.
almost want to be like, well, you don't look happy to me. Funny enough, you most of the time you can't ask them their business.
No, because they'll
No.
say I'm
But
rude
they
and
wanna
right
know
to
yours.
face to you.
You're free to
Absolutely.
share yours.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy.
So it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
And then, Andrew, even going back to what you were saying in terms of people's lives, like that's something you have to consider too, and where people are coming from. Because think you don't know what a person has struggled through that has brought them to a point where they may not want to immediately get married or to have kids. Like you have to consider people have lives.
Mm.
And they
Yeah.
have past and things that have happened to them, things that they have experienced that have brought them to this point where they're making a certain decision to go in a different direction than what society or family or whoever else expects them to go in.
Mm.
Always have to consider that.
And let me say this: I love how you're putting it. Society. Let's make it relevant to us. The church.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the church,
Yes.
but I always say I'm a Christian first and
Yeah.
a Seventh-day Adventist second.
I agree with that statement.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love my church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it doesn't mean that you do everything according to how the church dictates it. I think even the church itself has its challenges, right?
Yeah.
I think the bottom line mentality is we realize that this is God's church, and that's why we don't give up on it, and that's why we believe, and that's why we keep going.
Yeah.
But Christ is the head of the church,
Absolutely.
right? So I mean, all those who feel pressured by the church itself, I think you have a little homework to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. For sure. I think we have time for one more. Okay, this is random. Pineapples go on pizza.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yes.
I'm dead.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what it is?
okay.
I find in America, a lot of people, like, when I first started going to school in the States, a lot of people were like, pineapples? That's weird. Like,
But
that's
why not?
it's actually a Canadian thing.
Is it really?
Because
Really?
where
It
it
is.
originates from is Hawaiian pizza,
Oh,
which has
yeah.
pork
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
pineapple.
Right,
We don't
right.
eat pork, obviously,
Right.
but
But you can do
that-
ground beef.
you can do ground beef,
Yeah.
chicken, or just with vegetables with the pineapple. But
Or you can have vegetarian chunks.
yes, that's good. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, like they find it weird because you have it's more of a sweet and a savory together.
Yeah,
That makes it
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
You know?
Like,
I think there's so much, like, there are far worse things to go on pizza.
I know.
Oh my-
Like
I'm not even-
anchovies, like,
what do you mean?
gross?
Yes.
See,
What do you
gross.
mean?
It's not even that, like,
Why
if
are you hating on anchovies? Stop. Go
I
ahead.
think there's
You
a lot.
like anchovies?
Yes.
That's no
Anchovies on pizza is amazing.
They're okay. They're okay.
Sir, okay.
They're okay. They're okay. I
Sirs
don't-
and sir and madams, okay? Listen, anchovies are the bomb. We're not talking about this no more. Okay?
You'll eat that pizza by
I don't
yourself.
think-
That's you're on the island by yourself, eh?
So
Okay.
listen, guys. I don't think. I
that
don't
pizza's
think.
by herself because you know what?
No, I
Sleep
will
over
eat
and I might
it
teach
all
you.
by
Yeah, you know.
myself.
So,
yes,
I don't-
all by myself.
You guys
yes.
are talking about pineapple. You guys are
Hold
talking
on.
about pineapple.
Yeah.
I don't think green peppers should be on pizza. I don't
You
think
know what it
tomatoes
is?
should be
You know
on
why?
pizza.
Why I know why you
Absolutely
say
not.
that?
We can't be friends.
Come on.
Because green. You know why people
Come
say that?
on.
Green
You know why
peppers?
people say
Come
that
on.
big green peppers?
The green peppers add a nice
Because it has
crunch.
so much water in it, it can make your pizza soggy. And I see why a lot of people
It
say
doesn't,
that.
though.
And
Doesn't
tomato
though?
Usually
'Cause I like
tomato
green
peppers.
I like
But a
tomato
lot of
soup.
people say that because of how the composition of how
Okay,
peppers
well,
are.
they're not going to the
Tomatoes, I
right
can
pizza
see.
shop. That's
Tomatoes,
what's happening.
come on.
Tomatoes
So
Guys.
it's the
so
sun-dried
good.
ones.
That's
Yes, too.
I don't.
That is bomb,
No, I don't know.
for sure.
It's not for me.
You don't like sun-dried? You don't like sun-dried tomatoes?
I eat sun-dried tomatoes.
That's
It's not on
better than
pizza.
pasta, though.
What's happening?
It's better
what's,
than pasta.
what's happening here?
Absolutely.
Right? I think pizza, because we enjoy pizza so much,
Mm-hmm.
we find a way to put everything on our pizza.
Even
Okay.
changing the sauce. Sometimes I change the sauce to Alfredo sauce.
Ooh.
Oh,
Listen,
I
even Texas barbecue.
I never thought of
Listen
that
to
one.
Yes.
me. That is phenomenal.
Okay. All right,
I'm
so
put you on game. Come
so
on.
we're doing pizza after this? Is that what's happening right here?
Listen, man.
Is that what's happening?
There's a black pizza place that
Yeah?
I want to check out.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yes,
we have to.
sorry,
We have
Outro
to.
pizza.
Yes,
Okay, we have
yes,
to try
I
that.
want to. I want to definitely
Listen.
check
Some
the place
jerk
out.
chicken pizza.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So
Detroit
we
style
want
pizza.
everything on our pizzas. That's that's the problem. So I don't.
So I see somebody put ackee and saltfish on
I mean,
pizza.
Simone and I
That's
had
a little
jerk chicken spring rolls.
that's a-
Like,
I don't listen. Listen.
It was so good.
I don't
So
know.
good.
I don't know. I think it's all good. I support everything.
pineapple on pizza, 100%.
Pineapple on
Absolutely.
pizza,
All day,
100%.
It has to be with beef. It's just something about pineapple and beef
With some
together.
extra
is amazing.
Oh.
Pineapple chicken. It doesn't matter.
Delightful.
Pineapple should be on pizza.
Yes.
Yes.
Should be.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
a crime.
So, the one thing we can agree on today is all. Are you in, Kenisha? Pineapple on pizza?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so we
Okay,
can
so
agree on that.
all of us
We
can
can
agree.
agree on that.
You will
We
agree
can
on
agree
that.
on
But there's some
Okay.
people
Is
that
pineapple-
think that it shouldn't be.
I don't know.
Okay,
we'll-
guys, I
we're
have
we'll
to
pray
question
for
my
you.
friendship with that person.
We'll
because-
pray for you. We'll
I
you
know.
know
Yes.
put you on our prayer list,
right?
and that God will continue to work. in
To
your
work
life.
in seriously, absolutely.
So listen, as a wrap up, guys, come on, give me your favorite pizzas.
Like the toppings that we
Favorite
want?
toppings, yes, on the pizza.
Okay, so I'll go first because
Mhm.
I really love pizza. Okay, so you have to have the pineapples, the green peppers, black olives,
Oh,
mushrooms,
I'm down for the mushrooms.
Yeah.
tomatoes,
No.
spinach, and then you need to garnish it with some oregano,
Yeah.
basil, and some chili.
Kenisha, you're a chef.
oh,
Which party are you
Kenisha,
getting
are you a
this?
chef?
Where can you find that pizza, Kenisha?
Where are you getting this pizza?
girl?
where is that?
No, I made that myself.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's
what
why
I-
Okay.
That's what I request.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa, sorry. Let me clarify. That is what I request when I go to
Excuse
pizza
me.
places.
Oh,
Okay.
Those are the toppings that I like on my
Nice.
pizza. Why? Because I just love food. I want it to taste good.
Yes. Right,
I will spend the extra money for my food to taste good.
I was gonna say,
to
how much is
enjoy
that?
The things that God
I know,
has given
right?
to us.
Yeah.
I absolutely love garnishes and spices. You know, you just gotta give it a little kick. It's gotta have
Wow.
a little taste to it. So yes.
Okay, I need a slice of that.
Right?
Victoria, talk to me.
I mean, for me, pineapple, extra cheese.
Okay.
I'll go with the mushrooms and the green peppers.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like too many things on my pizza.
Okay.
'Cause I want to taste the cheese, man.
Yeah.
So, but give me extra pineapples if you must, please,
Yeah.
and thanks.
All right. Andrew.
Listen, I'll keep it PG-13 as seven Davids. I think a good veggie pizza, a good vegetarian pizza, would be like very simple. Pineapples, mushrooms, and like red onions. I think that's just
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Onions too.
that's a pizza for all of us.
Now, do red onions taste different than green onions?
They do.
They do.
They're more.
They
they're
do.
a more robust
Yeah.
flavor. And
Oh,
they
wow.
have
They
a
have
Wow.
a sweetness to
Yes,
it.
they do.
Yes.
Have a sweet-
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay.
if you eat onions raw. I know a lot of people don't find raw
Yeah.
onions palatable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
if you do enjoy raw onions, I do.
Yeah.
Red onions
Onions,
are
mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Agreed.
true.
All right. Cool. What's that?
Well, for me, it's twofold, I should say.
Twofold. Oh. Okay.
I really enjoy Chicago deep dish pizza. Oh, it is unmatched. For real.
It sounds good. I'm not gonna lie. It
Like
sounds-
Gino's East in Chicago was one of my favorite spots. I used to go there a lot because I used to go to Chicago a lot because
Mhm.
my uncle and aunt used to live there, and we used to go visit them, my cousins and stuff. But I love that pizza because it's deep dish and you can get. It's almost like eating a lasagna pizza.
Ooh.
If you want to put it that way,
Oh.
unmatched.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any places
Can we-
here?
can we
I
go to
think you
Chicago?
can.
How long can we get to Chicago?
It's about 8 hours,
Oh.
depending
Oh.
how you drive. But I'll leave
Oh,
that
boy,
there.
no.
But
Maybe we'll take the
Um,
mega bus
But
or
I know
Greyhound.
there might be who knows? Who knows? There might be a place that
Yeah.
does it here.
Okay,
Who knows?
we'll
You have to
we'll
look that up.
we'll
But
have to look that up.
my favorite toppings on the pizza is pineapple, beef, like ground beef, spinach, and broccoli.
Yeah.
Broccoli on
yeah,
pizza
yeah,
is
yeah.
actually really
It's
good.
good.
I'm
It's
surprised.
good.
Okay.
That's not bad.
I've
Yeah,
never
I think
tried
you- I
that.
think
So I
you're-
Because you
might
want,
try
because you
it.
want the colors,
Yeah.
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 So
I might
Yeah.
try the broccoli.
And then it's a good texture, I guess.
yeah.
I-
And
Oh,
then when
zucchini for
and
you?
then when
Okay.
then you make the sauce Alfredo.
Okay.
Talk to me
Yeah.
after that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I haven't had that before.
I would say try it.
I have to try that.
We'll have to
Yeah,
try it.
it's really good.
Yeah, so guys, I'm boring. I mean,
What,
you already
cheese
know this
pizza,
about
that's
me.
it?
Listen, listen. I don't stray much away from these particular toppings. Okay, so I just do 3. I do pineapples for sure. Okay, green olives,
Okay.
chicken. That's it.
Okay, the sweet,
That's it.
salty, and
Yeah,
the
alright.
savory.
That's it.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I
That's
might
good.
throw on some chili flakes,
Yes.
and
Oregano
then
is always
perhaps
good.
some little oregano,
Yes.
and then we call it a day. We
Okay.
call it a day. Yeah, man, I just keep it simple, bro. Keep it simple. That's it. But on that wonderful note, okay. Thanks again for joining us. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comment section what your favorite pizza
Yeah.
is,
Or an unpopular opinion.
or
as
an
well.
unpopular opinion. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows, we might bring that back on the show one time.
Yes, 'cause there's so many out there. So
Absolutely,
many.
absolutely. Socks with sandals. I mean, who knows? It's
Even tomato
it's a
soup.
bunch of topics.
Tomato soup is pasta sauce without pasta.
What? What are you saying to me? Tomato soup is what?
Somebody
Pasta
said,
sauce
I've seen
without
it
pasta.
online. Tomato soup is pasta sauce
Without
without
pasta.
missing the pasta.
I don't, listen,
Talk about unpopular opinion.
I'm telling you.
listen. Yeah, I think we're fresh out of brain cells for today. But
Right?
thank you so much for joining us. Until the next time, we'll see you soon.